Hi. So I'm really happy to welcome you here. We are in Guadeloupe, and we are in the countryside. So you just accompanied me walking to this place. And I wanted to welcome you in that typical place, which is a typical frame to speak about the Caribbean. The Caribbean, which is the mix between like the Western civilization, African civilization, languages, and I mean elements from all around the world. As I like to say, it's like we are like confettis on the ocean, but the whole world is in the Caribbean. And to speak about sugar, that performance. Well, if I had to introduce myself, I'm a sociologist. I explored a lot of other topics like black musics, what else? Colonial body performance, arts, diaspora, integration, socialization, and all of the other things. And doing that work, it was a good starting point to explore my own culture, and here we are. I am really interested now in different concepts that I explored in my studies and research. Black Atlantic is a very good element, like the source of everything, like the African diaspora, all the cultures that emerged from the diaspora, but also that ocean that is so important, that is so vast, and where a lot of Africans enslaved people died, which is like a big cemetery around us. The rituals that I have begun to explore in a performance that I called Atlantique Noir, which is Black Atlantic. Okay, I will take off my sunglasses. And the rhythms, because I explored a lot of drum dances, and that brought me to also explore and question our everyday rituals and all the objects that are so precious today, like a big tub, iron tub that people used to bath in, that I used to speak about. Bain des Marais, I performed Bain des Marais with poetry and the body, you know. And then the sugar, and one day I was thinking about the sugar and all the shades that we know of the sugar, because sometimes, and I'm really proud of saying, okay, I eat and I consume only the specific sugar that we do here, le sucre roux. And that brought me to think about our societies and the phenotypical social classes. The result was really like they were sacralized, and you could see all the legacy momentum in the picture and how they were transfigured. And it was like saying that your legacy is inside of you, whatever you want it or not. You know, it's like something that can emerge again when you don't expect it. I chose to use that text to show with all the faces of my friends with so different phenotypes from this very island of Guadeloupe, who grew up together, for some of them, with parents from different origins and grandparents from different origins, with faces that show all the mixing that happened here And this is Antillanité, is the fact that we are like that universal milkshake. I would say, like, everybody was shaken together, and it gives something that is really dense, dense, the density of our body identities, physical identities. And then this is a triptych of called sugar 1, sugar 2, sugar 3. And sugar was that reflection about, as I said, the chromatic analogy between the sugar nuances or shades and the shades that exist in the post-colonial societies. So it was like, okay, syrupy, residue, black people, brown sugar, mulattoes, and so on. It was like that reflection, and after that led me to our dance, the fact that our dance that we call ruka has a specificity, which is the bigiti, which is the unbalance that you have dancing. I don't know if I can show you, but the fact is that bigiti is like you dance and you just, you never fall, you lose your balance, but you never fall. And that dance is about this, the fact that you are in a state of perpetual unbalance between two cultures, between two words, not really knowing where you belong to, but at the same time you are still rooted somewhere, and that's your balance. The black women, we were also like the typical sugar that men look for, about sexuality, sensuality, that bestiality, that the female colonial body, I would say, is stained with. The trauma could not be a tyranny and could not be schizophrenic, and what is really interesting here in that performance, for the setting, it was about bringing together a ritual that is really common in the French Caribbean or in the Caribbean, is the fact that people, that family moment or that friendly moment that you share with your kins, and that people dress, and to come to have lunch on that terrace, which is really made beautiful with ornaments, and people used to live outside, on the terraces or outside in the gardens, and they used to talk together, and with the children around, and around the sugar again, because the people, they drink in the kui, they drink rum, they are drinking rum during the performance. And this is what I wanted to show about negritude and Antillanité, Caribbean-ness. The fact that people here, Antillanité is about mixing all those cultures, and the fact that we are rhythms and hybrids and something that is more global as well, because our cultures have a very larger span than the very boundaries of the islands. What is really important about that performance about sugar is the sweetness of the moment that we share around the very product, the very specific, most fruitful fruit of the plantations, which is the sugarcane and the rum, and that is the pillar of our family moments, of congeniality, of togetherness, of the bond. you know. And this is really paradoxical, that what hurt us as that what hurt our ancestors is the thing that we boast of today.